Have you ever been in that position where, for some reason, a circuit breaker in your home has gone out and you just don't know where it is or what to do about it? Let me show you what you can do. We've brought our air conditioning unit in. It's been stored in a shed all winter. Now it's getting summer, it's getting warm. We decided we needed to cool the place down a bit. We've brought our air conditioning unit in and we've plugged it in. And as soon as we plug it in, there's a little click and the circuit breaker's tripped out. What do we do about it? Well, the first thing we need to do is turn off the last thing we plugged in and unplug it. It's more than likely the last thing we plugged in or turned on that has caused that circuit breaker to trip out. So whether it was something we've plugged in, unplug it. If it's a light switch that you've turned on, turn it back off again. Go to wherever your fuse box is in your property. We have it in this cupboard here. We call this under the stairs. It's not actually under the stairs, it's a broom cupboard. But so this is our fuse box, and it has a cover on the front which lifts up, and inside there lots and lots of switches, and they're all labelled up. For our purposes here, I haven't actually turned one off yet, but I will do. So let's go through what we've got. The big red switch at the end, that will isolate the whole board. That will turn off all the lights, all the sockets, in our case immersion heaters, shower, things like that. It will turn off everything. If there is a fault, it should trip out either this thing which says RCD on it, or one of these which says MCB on it. Now that will trip out within 30 milliseconds. In our situation here, say it was this one that's tripped out, boom, it's off. Oh, what are we going to do? Well, we've unplugged it. We can turn it back on. If it stays on, then it's fine. If we go back and put that plug back in and it trips out again, look, it's turned off again, then whatever we're plugging in has got a fault on it and needs to be serviced or repaired. Don't plug it in again until it has been. Okay, so as you saw there, I can just turn these on and off, and it will affect things around where we are. So I have a light behind me, and if I turn this one off which says lights hall there, it will turn the light off and the light back on. So we can isolate lights and sockets. There's kitchen sockets, cooker, immersion heater. We have some strange heating in this place called, the heating's above the ceiling, so it's ceiling heating. Another one there says ceiling heating. So we can isolate that. And also they've broken the board down. So you've got an RCD which protects half the board, and another RCD which protects the other half of the board. So if you need to isolate a socket, like I might want to work on the light above me, if I want to turn that switch off, I can turn it off there, and that will isolate it locally, and then I can work on it safely. And when I've finished, I can turn it back on. Okay, if when you turn it back on, it kind of clicks straight off again, then there's possibly a fault on the light itself, or the socket itself, or the circuit wiring. That's when you need to call in an electrician and get them to check that circuit. A quick introduction to a fuse box and what it looks like and what you can and can't do with it. Some things I would never recommend. Don't take the front off unless you know what you're doing. There's a lot of live things in there that will hurt you really badly. Just if it trips out, put it back on. If it trips out again, call an electrician. The RCDs have a test button there, that if you push that button will test the RCD. It will actually put a fault onto it and trip it out. Let's see what we're turning off there. Immersion heater. Yeah, we can do that. So if we push that one, it's pushed out the RCD, which has turned off all of these circuits here. Okay. So we can put that back on. Okay, there we go. So there you have it. It's a quick introduction to what is in a fuse box. What they call a fuse box is now a circuit breaker box or distribution board or circuit board, and what you can and can't do with it. Please be careful. They are dangerous, and if you're not sure, call an electrician out. Get someone who knows what they're doing. Thanks very much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye for now.